Mafia podcast, yo, this raw. Rob, man, Ryan taking over the mic. There are few sports and the stories ignite. Rocking the house, we're taking flight. Turn it out loud, let's amplify. Podcast moving, reaching to the sky. Crank up the volume, here it's reunite. Join the ride, we won't deny.
G'day guys, welcome back to the show. We're your hosts. I'm Bakes.
I'm Sarge.
And I'm Crobby.
And we are the Bit of Mafia. And this is episode 116. Before I introduce our next guest, our first guest for 2026, we've actually been thinking about having a guest on. We didn't know where we wanted to go with the next guest. And I got a DM a couple of weeks ago in the podcast personal messages, and it was a video of this young lad here. And just the message he put out that he wanted to be on a podcast and all that sort of stuff. And everything he was saying just really struck a chord. And that's why I wanted to get Sam on the show. Welcome to the show, mate.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
It's good to have you on you, mate. So how have you been, buddy?
I've been pretty good, been up and down, obviously.
Yep.
Coming back from a brain injury is, it's been a road to recovery, that's for sure.
Yep. Oh, I bet. And like I said to you the other day, we want to let you have the voice of this episode. And like I said, we like your story. Mine's my back that has stopped me from doing a lot of things, and just you like hearing your story and all that sort of stuff is like really hit close to home. And I wish I had somewhere where I could just vent and let my frustrations out and all that sort of stuff. So I thought this would be a perfect opportunity for you to tell your story, and we can help get it out there for you.
Yeah, sounds good.
So how did it all begin?
My dad got me into racing when I was 4 because he used to do racing as a teenager.
Yep.
And it kind of went off from there.
It's BMX racing?
Yeah, BMX racing.
Yep.
So I've been doing it for probably say 18 years in total.
Okay.
And then I got to the age of 17 and went down a bad road. Started getting into weed. Got into weed pretty seriously. I left home because Dad didn't approve of it, so I just wanted to smoke.
Yep.
In all means necessary. And it was pretty bad. Had trips to the hospital from the police at one point. At school, the cops came to collect me and take me to the psych ward, but It didn't really affect me, I guess. I kind of just went on, but it probably did. I kind of just hid it away sort of thing. What else? And then more or less the things that kicked it off was I was dating a girl, and obviously smoking weed, I had nothing to look forward to. I kind of just went to work, come home and got stoned, and that was kind of my life for a while.
Yep.
And then I started dating a girl, and we were dating for about 3 months, and she was like everything to me. And then she broke up with me and told me to my face that she used me. And I just used me as a rebound, and that was kind of my trigger to start bettering myself. And the one thing I knew to go back to was BMX. So that's when I started getting back into BMX. And from that point, it took me about 3 years to get off weed. So
Okay.
It's coming nearly 2 years sober.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Hey, congrats, mate.
Yeah, it's huge.
She's a hard road.
Sure is. If it wasn't for her, I don't think I would be here, to be honest with you.
The catalyst can come in many forms. It's a shame that you had to go through the heartbreak part of it, but to come out the other end and better yourself is a credit to you.
Yeah. I think guys can go two ways. They can either better themselves or they can make themselves worse and just go into, like, if they're doing drugs, they go into harder drugs and they just impact their life even worse.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
So when did the how did the accident come about?
So there's a track in Cleveland, Brisbane. I think that's what it's called. And it's called Brisbane Sport Complex.
Yep.
Sleeman Sport Complex, and it's in Brisbane. And we have Worlds there in July. And there hasn't been Worlds in Australia since 2009 or 11, which has been a fair while. And being in Brisbane is pretty like a special moment to have them in your backyard, pretty much. Like it's only an hour and 20-minute drive from me, which like you're never going to get that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my coach was hiring out the track every Tuesday night just to get some experience on it. And they've got 5-meter hill and they've got an 8-meter hill. And I've never been down the 8-meter hill. And this night I was like, I want to get down it because on that night, my mates were doing it as well. And I guess you kind of want to not be pushed behind sort of thing. So you want to kind of keep up with the group. Otherwise you're falling behind. And I don't really remember this at all. I'm just getting told by this. So I done the jump and a bit of wind took me and I kind of landed funny and hit my head and had a seizure that lasted 5 minutes on impact.
Fucking hell.
And then ambos got called and apparently they were on a live phone talking to the hospital at the same time. I guess to show them what was going on with me, and I think that's when they made the call to put me into a coma that night.
All right. That's unreal.
Yeah, absolutely. So, how long ago was that?
It was the 27th of January, so a bit over, I'd say 4.5 months-ish. I'd say about that.
Yeah, holy. Fucking hell, not long ago.
Fresh.
Yeah, bloody hell.
Yeah, fresh.
What was recovery like for that?
Uh,
How long were you in the hospital?
I think just over a month, I'd say. But recovery was pretty bad because I guess waking up from a coma, I was lost, I was confused, I had no idea where I was. And my sister was filming videos of me because when I first woke up, all I wanted was content. I was asking my phone just for content. I'm like, people need to, because I obviously was aware that something happened and I just love content because you can use it for videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my sister was filming videos of me and I can't even watch it because I don't really want to accept the way I was, just being lost and confused.
Yeah.
But
How long were you in the coma?
I think 3 days.
Yeah, bloody hell.
Jeez. So
Which
since then, have you had any other seizures, or is it just that time?
It's just that time.
Oh, that's
I think it was mainly just because of the impact from coming off the bike, just hitting my head so hard, it would have just caused it.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Which I'm pretty lucky because I can't. When you have a seizure, you can't drive for a total of 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm about 5 to 6 weeks until I get cleared to start driving again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No residual effects now? Or is there still some things that you still have to go through?
My memory's still pretty bad, just short term. At the start, it was very bad. There was a doctor called Sam, same name as me, and I just couldn't even remember his name,
Yeah.
which is pretty bad because it's my name.
Yeah, no
I would
shit.
have thought
That's,
I'd be able to remember it.
Yeah.
what do they tell you about that? It'll just improve over time?
Yeah, it's definitely been improving.
Yeah.
At one point, because I'm staying with my grandparents, I was asking her what's for dinner like 4 or 5 times a day, and now sometimes when I forget, I think about the question to ask her, and then I just remember it sort of thing just by thinking about it,
Yeah.
which is good. So it's slowly improving.
All right, man.
Uh,
So is it going to be ongoing? Obviously, the recovery.
Yeah.
Is there like a at the end of the tunnel? Is there going to be like you going to be back to normal, like 100%, or are you always going to be having a bit of brain problems from the injury?
I think all the rehab people said I'm gonna pretty much get back to normal. It's just gonna take a while.
Yep.
which is good to know.
Yeah.
Is there like what's the rehab sort of like? I guess I'm not really conversed with rehab in any form, but is there like a program that you have to enroll? Like, do you have like weekly appointments? Any? I guess what does recovery entail on your behalf?
So with me, I got enrolled at the SKU, Sunny Coast University Hospital, and I was doing 4 days a week there. So they had a Wednesday off, so I guess you kind of could reset and just do your own thing. And then depending on if you could recover from the 4 weeks from being there, then you could go to community rehab, which was once a week. And I'm still doing that currently at the moment, but I'm having a little break because the guy has gone on leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough too.
But it sort of also
Man.
depends on the brain injury and stuff, and if some people get it more severe than others, then it's going to be a lot more ongoing. But the position that I'm in, I'm pretty grateful to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no one wants to even be in that situation in the first place, but I suppose you try to take the silver lining out of every bad situation and evaluate how bad it probably could have been as well.
Yeah, I try and stay as positive as I can because my mind would just think about one bad thing and then my day is done because I just keep pondering and just keep thinking about it, and it doesn't help.
Well, I was going to ask, how did the accident impact the self-improvement journey that you'd been on previously before going into that?
I feel like it's hit a massive road at the moment just because my main focus is getting myself sorted, getting my routine and everything back in order. And then when I can start driving again, focus on driving, get back to work.
Yep.
And then hopefully get back on the bike at some point. But once that's all in order, then I'll start focusing on the small things again.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
It's good to have like something to, I guess, that stick behind you as well. You know, things to look forward to and to keep the motivation and the mindset in that sort of schedule to be like, all right, not only do I like having things to look forward to after recovery is a huge helping point to to make it through recovery as well.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like if people didn't have that and were just negative, it wouldn't help at all. Because even someone that doesn't go through an injury and they just have so much negative thinking, that doesn't even help at all either. So I guess an injury is just like an added thing, just makes it worse, really.
Yeah. But it's easy for I'm not singling out like different sexes or anything like that, but especially as blokes going through whatever. Say you go through a situation or a traumatic event, could be as simple as a breakup, like you stated earlier, or as traumatic as having that brain injury from the BMX accident. It's easy to fall into a mindset where you just sort of, all right, this is the worst. This is it for me now. Nothing gets better from here. Where if that once you take on that mindset, and it sort of just overloads to the point where you've just accepted it then, and you don't even start to move forward. But it's good. It's really good to hear that you've got things to continue to look forward to and strive for. So that's going to be a major step for a full recovery.
Yeah, some days I just can't even get out of bed. My mind just takes over, which is a bit of a hassle sometimes, but then I just try and do one thing and it kind of clears my mood up, and then I just focus on the small things and I'm kind of back to normal, then I'm back down. It's like an up and down, just process sort of thing.
I see you on your social medias and that. I see you you do a bit of working out and stuff. Does that help with your mental health? Because we've been talking about this as well, and we're saying how much when we work out it helps with our mental health, helps us think straighter and all that sort of stuff. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I feel like working out is like everything is beneficial. when you go to the gym or you do some type of workout, you're kind of pushing yourself to stuff so you can know, like you can do it, and
Yeah.
like it's just a mental thing as well, because it's just like if I can do this, then I can do anything, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You kind of
absolutely.
like, if you're putting yourself in a position and you're like going through something, you can kind of just let it out in a positive way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. Because that's one thing I did notice on your social media as well. Like, with your, like you're very well at you do very well at presenting how you're feeling and all that sort of stuff through your social media. And one thing I noticed about you up front with people saying about how you're feeling, like you're not feeling that great a certain day and all that sort of stuff. And it just makes me think of after my accident when I hurt my back and all that sort of stuff. Just I really had no one to talk to. Like, just it's kind of like I wasn't really into social media that much. All I had was Facebook back then, and there was no one I could really vent to. Where like if I had this like Instagram and all that sort of stuff right now, like back then, I feel like I would have been a bit more helpful. I feel like I could have got a bit more out instead of holding so much in to the point where I like almost committed suicide. And yeah, but I feel like social media now is a good venting platform.
Yeah, I feel like it helps because you're being authentic to your audience and stuff, and that's really what
Yeah.
people are looking for. And if someone sees you talking about your situation, then they can kind of see their point of views and they can kind of accept it and go, oh, this person feels the exact same, I'm not alone, sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
It's a big thing just talking about it in like period, because
Yeah.
a lot of people, you know, from a bloke standpoint, it's really easy for us to, pardon me, to not want to talk about it and just shovel it down and be like, oh, it should be right.
Yeah.
But the older you get, or the more, well, so much the older you get, but the more that I've come to realize is, and you don't even need someone to sit there and give you advice. You just need someone to listen.
Yeah.
And if they're willing to listen to you vent for half an hour, like they don't even have to say anything. They just sit there and listen, and you feel 100 times better once you get it out, and someone else knows how you're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's hard to explain until like all of us right here right now would know exactly what I'm talking about, but it's hard to explain to someone who maybe doesn't know or doesn't feel comfortable sort of talking about the troubles that they're going through or the issues that they're going through. It's like it's like a weight off your shoulder type of thing.
Yeah.
When you let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely had moments like those. I feel like that's just what people look for, is just to have someone just to sit there and rant to and not even like talk to, just kind of get it off your shoulder sort of thing.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
And it's just a bonus if you can find someone that shares a similar scenario with you too, and you can lighten the load for each other a little bit. I think that's one good thing with community, with social media, and when you find someone, whether it be someone on Instagram or whatever that is going through the same things, like you said before, it does galvanize you to go, you know what, this person's making it through, so can I.
Yeah.
You can take something from their story, as people are doing, I'm sure, as people are doing with you, with your story, as they're taking bits from it, and it's helping them get through the smaller things, the day to day in their own lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope someone can inspire from my content and stuff. I obviously haven't gone that deep into my past sort of thing with the content I've shared, because I just don't think I'm ready to share that stuff just yet, sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I might share it tonight.
Well, we'll just go back. We'll start with your like going to the gym, working out. How long have you been doing that for?
I'd say about 3 years.
Yep.
4 years. Around about that. Just when I broke up with my girlfriend, when she broke up with me, and I was getting back into BMX, I just used the gym because gym's kind of just a thing to get stronger on the bike, and that's when I started going to the gym and starting to take that a lot more serious.
Yeah.
How old are you, mate?
23.
Oh, yeah, young fella.
Young.
Young fella. Just a little pup.
Yeah, very young.
Yeah.
I feel like
Knight's
I'm,
not been the youngest in the chat for.
I feel like I'm 29 or 30 though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was about to say you've learned some pretty harsh life lessons pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, more so than probably a lot of people double, triple your age.
Exactly.
I reckon it's good to mature younger than when you're older anyway.
Yes.
Save yourself some time is what it will do, because yeah, most blokes especially don't get there until 30, mid-30s, and by then all your best years are gone anyway. So yeah, you learn everything a bit too late.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It is good though to like going back to obviously your breakup. It seems like it was kind of obviously no one likes going through that stuff, but it also seems like it was not so much a blessing in disguise, but a really good motivator as well.
Yeah, it was. At the start, at the point it happened, it was the worst thing that could ever happen. I guess all guys think like that. It's funny because I feel like breakups hit guys a lot harder than it does girls, because I feel like girls mentally accept it weeks before it actually happens. And they've
Yes.
kind of already dealt with it, and then as soon as the breakup happens, it's like the guy is just dealing with it all then, and then the girl's already living her life, and even us guys seeing that happen, it's like, this makes it even worse seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fully agree. I think, and I think we hold on a bit longer too, like hoping for things to turn and hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Whereas, once they're done, it's sort of a clean cut and she's gone.
On to the next.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Well, it's especially and not saying all blokes or all women either, but from my experience, the breakups that I've gone through, if it was her that initiated it, I found out, maybe 2-3 weeks after the fact that she had already checked out of the relationship 2 weeks before the official breakup was done. So, and there's always like a small part here that lives in denial as well. It's like, oh no, we're just working things out. Things are going to be all right. And like 99.9% of the time, it's over when it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the hardest thing. Blessing in disguise, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Accepting it is the step, and then obviously what you do from there is, can define what the next stage of your life looks like too. So taking it the right way and doing the right things can set you up for really great things in your life, rather than going down a self-pity party and becoming a victim.
It's easy to self-destruct too.
Yeah. And self-sabotage, and then
Exactly.
make it an ongoing pattern.
So I've seen on your social media as well. I don't know if they're old videos or not, but are you training again now for the BMX, or are they old, or you are still training?
I'm still training. I got back into the gym, let's say 9 weeks ago, maybe around that time.
Yep.
And I guess with the brain injury, you kind of got to ease your way back into it. So I was only doing very light, and I think I was doing like 40 kilo squats or something, and the next day I couldn't even sit down. Like, it was so painful. It's like having that muscle soreness when you first start training the gym, which is a good feeling, but also wasn't good at the same time.
Yep.
But now, I think today I was doing 120 kilo squats again, so I'm nearly getting up to what I used to squat before. And on a bonus as well, my upper body's getting stronger too, because I guess I never really trained it this much as I did before my injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because being on a bike, you really just train legs. Like you only do upper body here and there, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if I did 120 squats, I'd probably blow out both knees.
So you got the opposite workout plan to most people that go to the gym.
Yeah, that's right.
train legs every day.
It's definitely good training legs, but it definitely hits the nervous system a lot harder than it does upper body that I've noticed from my recovery.
Yeah.
So I've kind of had to ease my way back into it. But then with upper body, I can just smash myself and not really, like it doesn't hit my nervous system as hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be recovered in a day or so with the upper body.
It makes a lot of sense too, because I'm not into the workouts as much as the other Matt Robber. I used to do gym maybe 6-7 years ago when I was in that mindset. I only just recently started, going for walks around the block. But just talking about like when you work out your lower body, the recovery time is a lot longer. I went for a 15-minute walk with the dogs the other day, and I've been in bed ever since. Yeah, I think that might be a personal health issue that I'm going through, but yeah, the legs definitely struggle.
Man needs some help.
Yeah, I'm never going for a walk with these dogs again.
The dogs would have probably made it harder too.
Yeah.
They all
Walk like this. Yeah.
I literally was. Yeah. Put a saddle on them. I was ready to ride them.
Next time we take a skateboard, mate,
Oh yeah,
and pull you around the block.
just windsurf down the street. But yeah, no, I remember, and I spoke to the boys a couple of times about this when I was sort of not weekly, but like 2 or 3 times, maybe sometimes a week at the gym, and I would always dread when my mate he had me on this workout routine, and we'd get to the gym. He's like, "Oh, we're doing legs today," and I thought, "Oh, I don't think we are."
Oh, no.
I don't think we're doing that. Yeah, it was terrible. Like, but it's sort of, and like, everyone here would know it. Like when you finish and you can barely walk, like it sucks, but at the same time, it's also the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, it is.
Like, yeah.
Just from accomplishing something hard, it's always feeling the best when you finish it.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's exactly right. Yeah, and that was 100%, because you felt like you actually had done something for the day.
Yeah.
That's what I love. I love putting myself, before my injury, I love putting myself through hard things. I had an ice bath, and I used to do one every single morning, probably around 5 to 6 o'clock in the morning, every morning at 5 to 7 degrees.
Jeez.
Yeah, it sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had its benefits. It was good for recovery, but then I mainly used it just for the mental thing. Just because it is hard, and some mornings I didn't feel like doing it, but once I'd done it, I felt so much better knowing that I could do it, and I'd done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big dopamine spike after you do things like that you make yourself do.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't think I'm going to be getting in them anytime soon. It's starting to get cold up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're anywhere near Brisbane, I'm freezing right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to Brisbane, only about an hour away.
Yeah, it's not great.
I know I can see your nipples through the...
Is it stopped raining?
Yeah, finally. It stopped
wow.
raining today. So, yeah. But it's funny how, not to go off topic too much, but people say, because I was complaining today about how cold it was getting when the sun was starting to go away. And my mate who lives over on the West Coast said, what's the temperature there? I'm like, I don't know. I had to look at me phone. It's like, it's like 22. It's like, mate, that's not even cold. It's like, yeah, well, it's cold for someone who hasn't experienced, like, this is all I know. So when it's cold, all right? And when it's hot, it's even hotter. But, yeah, we digress.
So going back to your story earlier with the before you got clean and everything, what age were you when you started smoking?
I'd say 16. 16 to 17 I started smoking.
Yeah.
And even to say it worse, I actually became a drug dealer too.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
at one point, I used to sell weed to my mum. I used to be her dealer at one point,
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
which was pretty
Family
surprising.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
don't get behind in the payments, mum. For fuck's sake.
No, but that brought some dark times even there. Like, I've had a few knives pulled on me just for people trying to steal my weed and stuff and rob you. And yeah, that's probably the worst things that's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because when you were back in the day before COVID, I guess when you were drug dealing, if you were doing better than other drug dealers, you kind of became their competition, and they got angry, and they'd send people to try and shut you down, sort of thing, and get their
Yeah.
business back up and running.
Yeah.
Right. Let's give me an idea then. I'll think of it another episode, but there's another episode's fucking idea.
Fucking hell, I
Try and have a
thought you were
serious
going to say. I thought you were going to say I'm going to be a drug dealer.
No. It was just about COVID and being a drug dealer. It's just more of a joke. Not the right episode for that. So how do you, sorry, you go, Crop.
Oh no, I was going to say how, being obviously smoking weed a lot. I went through the phase from early 20s all the way up to probably 32 now, up until I was 28, 29, smoking weed quite regularly. Did you find it hard to, I guess, stop? Do you go cold turkey, or was there just something in your brain that said, this is not working for me?
I think when I first tried stopping, when I got back into BMX, I kind of just told myself I need to stop and went cold turkey. And then BMX wasn't going that well, and I just went straight back on it, because I guess when things don't go well at that point in time, you kind of just take the easy route out.
Yeah.
And I kind of just kept going back, and it took me about 3 years to get off it fully.
Yeah. Because it's I remember everything starts out very innocent when you start experimenting with recreational drugs, and without going too deep into like different types. Just use weed as an example. I still remember the first time that I had a joint with my mates, and the memories were fantastic. Like it was so good. Like we were laughing at everything, and the feeling that I had was like just pure happiness. And then you fast forward 6 years after that first initial introduction into marijuana, it then become like, all right, so we're sitting here, we've just smoked a ridiculous amount, and now we feel sick to the point where I used to green out in the yard and throw my guts up, and I was like, I never want to feel like that again. So so like everything sort of seems innocent, and I suppose it's up to the individual as well how they let it affect them. Like there are probably people out there that might just have a joint every like 3-4 months, as a social thing. And they say like it's not an addictive thing as well, but if you have an addictive personality in general, I think it is an extremely hard thing to, I guess, maintain, but also to kick.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
I've definitely got the addicted gene in my family. My dad was an alcoholic. My mum still smokes. My grandma used to be an alcoholic. My granddad used to be an alcoholic. My step-granddad used to be an alcoholic. So it kind of just runs in the family.
Yeah. And I suppose that it comes down, like, it's not a great environment to be around, I guess, as well. But it also comes down to, like, I mean, I know people who've grown up in that particular environment that have come from parents who are either alcoholics or drug addicts, and they've been the example of someone who didn't follow suit. But and it just comes back to what we spoke about in the first 10 minutes is like the mindset. The mindset of if you can have the right mindset and acknowledge what's wrong or right, then that is a huge step in battling environments that you grew up in, environments that you could be exposed to. You know, like say for existence, a recovering alcoholic who has mates, all his mates drink, and he's gone sober. It would be really easy for that individual to fall into that trap of I'll just have a social drink. It's like it's not gonna hurt me.
Yep.
But if you have that addictive personality, it's really hard to like balance out that level between being social and then falling back into a self-destructive path again.
Yeah, it's kind of like that saying where they say the 5 people you hang out with, you'll be the 6th person, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's like if you've got 5 people in a circle doing push-ups, you're not just going to stand there and watch them doing push-ups. Or if you've got 5 people in a circle smoking weed, you're not going to just stand there and watch them, sort of thing. You want to join in on the fun.
Well, when you got clean, did you have to overturn a few friends and sort of change a few things on that front?
Yeah, I definitely went through my lonely chapter. I guess you see Alex Hormozy talk about it a lot, that lonely chapter.
Yeah.
I was kind of already sort of in a lonely chapter, I'd say, from school. And I kind of just went with mates because they smoked weed. But when I wanted to fully get clean, I had to not see him as much, because if I'd go around, I'd sit there and start smoking. And funny enough, even now, if I was around someone that would have a vape, I wouldn't ask them if they had a vape or could smoke, because I didn't want them to know me for that person.
Yeah.
But if I was around my mum or my friends, and if I asked them, they'd just give it to me because they knew me for that person.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peer pressure is a huge thing too.
Yeah.
With substances, and I suppose alcohol is a substance. And I suppose there's a good quote with you find out who your friends are when you want to get sober, or if you choose to get sober. Like, your real friends aren't going to give a fuck if you never drink or do drugs again. They're still going to be your friends.
Yep.
At the end of the day. And if people start cutting you off because you're starting to cut out habits that you want to cut out, then were they really your friends in the first place?
Yeah, that's absolutely true, man. I've seen it firsthand too. Like, a couple of years ago, I did a year sober, and like everyone around me, all my people that were close to me, like Robert was huge support. Like, everyone was just so good about it. It's like, cut out alcohol. Like, and there was never any pressure to drink ever.
Yeah.
And I went through the same thing with my ex when I tried to get. She wanted to try and get sober. Her family was unbelievable. Like, I'd never seen pressure on somebody who was struggling with their health to drink. Like, it blew my mind that people couldn't put their selfish needs to the side to help someone that was asking for help. And like, just, what's one wine going to do? What's one drink going to do? It's like, fucking hell. Like, I don't know. That sort of stuff is, that's when you really find out who your circle is and who the real ones are.
Yep.
Which is good to go through those times at some point as well, because then you notice who's real and not. Because if you were going through something hard and you asked them for something, they wouldn't really show up, and you'd kind of feel like you didn't have anyone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep. No, but as I said, you're genuine people who are going to be there for you. Like I, I try to do dry February. I went 19 days, which is, in the scheme of things, huge for me. But the good thing was, like, uh, a couple of my good mates that I have up here in Queensland, and Rob and Matt, none of them, none of them would message me saying, "Would you have a few drinks tonight?" Like, it was like, "Oh, he wants to do this," then that's good.
Yeah.
And like that's how it should be. Like, fucking, regardless of whether you're doing a month or a year or for the rest of your life, if they are friends and they consider you a friend, they're not gonna solely base and don't solely base the whole friendship on alcohol. Then that's great, because fucking years ago, like, people I don't even speak to anymore, we'd hang out, and the only time we'd hang out was when we would drink. And it makes you think, it's like, oh, well, is that the only reason that we were in a
Fucking
group together?
100%.
And,
Absolutely.
like, and I'm not talking, like, obviously, I still drink beer. Like, I've cut back a lot in the recent months, but like, I'm not a sober person, but like, I've realised limits and everything like that. But you get to a point where you establish friendships they're more deep than just drinking or smoking weed, anything like that. And like, yeah, you know where I'm going with it. Like, you find out really quickly who actually gives a shit, who doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's what life's about too, is finding those connections too, just having those small group of friends and just focusing on the small things and just enjoying life and not having to, I guess, impress 20 people. You just have that small group.
Yep.
Oh, it's really good. Like, the older I get, like, I sent a funny meme. Yeah, it wasn't even funny really. I sent a meme to the group the other day. And it's like a photo of, like, 10 years ago, be hanging out with like 10 people, and then fast forward 5 years, those 10 people would turn into six, and now to this day, those 6 people have turned into maybe three or four, and the smaller the friend circle is, it's honestly, it's way better. It is honestly way better. Like, I have people that I know, but I wouldn't, they're not people that I would pick up the phone and ring and say, "Oh, hey, how's things?"
Yeah.
The smaller the
Yeah.
friend, less drama for one, and you don't need 20 friends. You just need
No.
2 or 3 really good mates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 or 3 with substance.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
Not with substances.
So, with your training, are you training to get back into BMX fully once you're all back to normal?
Yeah, that's the plan. I bought a helmet the other weekend. There was an open day at the local track, and my grandma and all the rehab team said I should get back to BMX, and none of the neurosurgeon didn't say there's no risk if I hit my head. If I hop on the bike and I'm bound to come off and hit my head repeatedly every time, then it's time to rethink and maybe give it up. But
Yeah.
it took me a while to accept it, but I kind of come to a point, I was like, there's a risk with everything. You can hop in your car and you can die from someone like crashing into you, and it's not even your fault. You can walk on the side of the road and get struck by a car and you could be dead. Like, that's what I feel like. It's just all about life, is doing the things that make you happy, and if you pass away doing something you're happy, or you stuff up your life, then you're not losing anything because you're doing something that you enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't let, like, I guess, fear or the what if hold you back either. I mean, it's easy. It'd be like me saying, I'm not going to take the bins out in case fucking a car rolls around the corner and cleans me up. Like, what if that happens?
Is that why you don't take the bins out?
That's exactly why I don't take the bins out. But, like, there's so many things, like, he said, you hop in your car and go to work tomorrow and you might not make it home. It's not a reason not to go to work.
I imagine it'd be a huge, huge mental overcoming for you to get back on the bike again. But once you do get back on the bike and you actually, go around the track or take a couple jumps, or whatever, that step mentally will be like really huge and a really big weight off your shoulders again.
Yeah, it will. I feel like I'm going to have to ease my way back into it because my nervous system is going to be the thing that's going to be holding me back, which is what was holding me back in the gym. So once I ease back, because I think in my mind it's like, oh, I can do it, but my nervous system will just go, no, you can't. And if I go to do something and my nervous system doesn't want to do it, I'll end up crashing. So I got to ease my way back into it and just be patient with it and just trust the process.
Absolutely.
So what kind of training are you doing at the moment with the BMX?
I'm only doing one sprint session a week, which is on a Thursday afternoon. So
Is that with the cones? I'm pretty sure I've seen a video of you, like you had a couple of cones and you were just doing it.
So we have we use a sprint block thing at the start, and it's kind of like the gate uses kind of the gate form, and I have cones, so I've got like a 15 meter, 20 meter, and 30 meter cones, and I kind of go to each one and have like 3 minutes rest in between.
Yeah.
So it's pretty boring training, but it's all part of it. I kind of just
it's part of the process. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I just try and take a book and read it in between my sets and stuff, so I kind of am getting ahead, sort of thing, instead of sitting there scrolling.
Yeah. Reading would be good.
Yeah, it is good. Sometimes I just sit there scrolling, but it's definitely good to get some pages in because I love reading self-improvement books, which is good to learn stuff while you're training at the same time.
Yeah.
Who's your go-to for the self-improvement? I know there's a lot of guys out there. You've mentioned Hormozy. Who else do you like? I've been big on I've consumed a lot of these things, so I know a few of the guys.
Andrew Tate, to say the least. He, funny enough, when he was getting big was when me and my girlfriend broke up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he changed my life positively.
Yep.
By telling what men should be like, and I was just taking that all in.
Yeah.
I listened to Chris Williamson quite a bit as well.
He's my favourite.
Yeah, he's very good. There's a new guy called Chris Griffin, the Pocket Podcast. He's pretty good.
Chris Griffin.
Is he Peter's son?
So we're not talking
exactly. I thought the exact same thing. So I've never heard of that one except for Family Guy. He doesn't have anything good to say, really.
No, he's only young, but he has a few good people on there. And then the Diary of the CEO. I listened to that as well. He's got a few good people on there too, and I just try and listen to all the good stuff and take it all in.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like listening to music has a time and place. Like at the gym, I listen to music, but when I'm driving or I'm going for walks, I chuck on a podcast and just listen to it, because listening to music, like, it has its time and place, but sometimes it's good to learn things and use your time wisely.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I love listening to podcasts while driving. It's especially because I like to listen to ours when I'm driving to and from town, just so I can pick up on certain things. So next time I know we can do better. And then, but I'm driving down the road, pissing myself laughing. People are just looking at me like, "What is this guy doing?" It's probably not the best thing to be doing while I'm trying to drive down the road. But I do like listening to podcasts while driving.
It's good though that you're listening to your podcast, because it's kind of like an athlete myself. I'd rewatch my gates, for example, and try and become 1% better. So I didn't do this.
Yeah.
Try this next time, and you're listening to podcasts and you go, oh, this I didn't do this. Then you try and do it better the next time, and you just focus on the like small 1% things.
That's right. And through audio, it's a lot. You get picked out a lot better, like picked out a lot easier than it is watching it on YouTube. Because when the video kind of distracts you from audio and sometimes, but when you're listening to it, you pick up on certain things. It's like, okay, I need to fix that next time. But yeah, it's always a good laugh.
Yeah. I listen to audio and I'm like, fuck, I mumble. What the hell?
Yeah,
How do I even do this? Yeah, that's why I don't listen to us. I listen to Chris Williamson. I listen to Modern Wisdom like 99% of the time. I listen to any podcast, and as soon as I hear my voice, I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Who's that bloke?
Oh, yeah, I know it.
So I got a question. I saw your video the other day when you were trying to get your nan onto taking creatine. Did you get her onto it, or you still trying to convince her to take it?
Still trying to convince her to take it. I'm like, you just watch some videos and learn about it. And she spends most of the time on her iPad anyway, but she just doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
So I just tried, and I wanted her to be in the video. I wanted her to say something. She's like, I'm not going being in it. So if she was going to be in it and say something, it would have made the video a lot better. But
yeah, no, it was pretty good. I've only just recently, because I started working out in February, and I only just gotten onto creatine, and I swear by it. I even got my wife onto it because she started going on walks and stuff, and the first time she went for a walk, the next day her legs were killing her. And I said to her, next time you go for a walk, just have some creatine, and I swear to God, you'll feel better. It'll work, trust me. And she did. And that night she had to go on. She had to do a night shift as well. And the next day she's like, I don't want to say anything, but my legs actually feel all right. Well, yeah, because you don't want to admit to it.
Yeah,
it's great for your brain too.
Yeah.
That's kind of my main thing that I'm starting to take it again, is for my brain, and because it helps with my memory, and memory's the one thing that I kind of struggled with, so it should be improving it.
Yeah, great for mental clarity. Even if you are feeling like slightly foggy on certain days, whatever. 5 grams of creatine every morning, that fog will start to clear.
Yeah, even if you go to sleep and get, let's say, 4 hours one night, and you double scoop creatine that morning, you like restore your sleep by the afternoon.
Yeah,
pretty sick to see.
Yeah. It's probably the most viable supplement you can get. Legal supplement you can get, anyway.
Yeah. So you with BMX racing, how deep were you into it when you were racing? Like, were you in competitions and stuff, or you were just getting into it when the accident happened, or you were already racing?
I was already racing. I took it pretty serious. I think I was on the bike nearly every day.
Yep.
Just because I was trying to help myself get better at being on the bike. And I was probably the best person out of the training group, sort of thing. I currently still hold the PB hill time at the moment, which is pretty good.
That's all right.
But I guess I don't think I'm going to go back to racing when I go back, because when you're racing, you have 7 other people next to you, and you can come off and it can't even be your fault, and you can have life like threatening injuries and stuff. So I think I might just ride and train for myself and just be the best version of myself, because at the end of the day, BMX, it wasn't really about BMX. It was kind of about all the small things in life I was trying to get, and BMX was kind of like a relief thing for me. I'd have panic attacks sometimes, just anxiety attacks, and then as soon as I'd go for a ride and it would just go away, and I'd just not even think about it, and it just like relaxed me, which is honestly a good thing too, because as men, I feel like we look for things like that as well, that can relax us and take that edge off, sort of thing, without even thinking about it.
Yep.
Absolutely. That's why
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people inadvertently turn to drugs and alcohol, because that's the easy version of it.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is good that I found BMX and it was doing that towards the end, so I feel like even that is my main reason to get back on the bike.
Yep.
Even though my dad doesn't want me to, it's obviously coming from love, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to get back on the bike. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't blame your old man for being a little bit scared for his boy. That's all.
That's right.
Yeah. Would be pretty confronting if I even seen my son like just rocked up to the hospital and see him in a coma. It would hurt me seeing my son.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Fucking
how to take it.
absolutely. 100%. I would take it badly, I would imagine.
Yeah, my dad's actually been there for me quite a bit, I guess. We'll go a little bit down in the past. So, my mum and dad had a family court when I was in kindergarten, so probably 2, 3.
Yep.
And dad won the family court order, which is you don't see that very often. It's usually
That's
always,
rare.
it's always the mum that wins. And to say the least, my mum wasn't making the right decision. She was hanging around my little sister's dad that was in and out of jail, had drugs around the house. I think he had a meth lab in the house at one point. Had like I had people coming in and out. I was meeting so many new people. There's weed everywhere. And funny enough, when I was 2, I could pack a cone, and apparently I'd come home and tell my grandma how to muzz weed and how to cut weed and stuff. Just pretty
hell.
much
Alright.
being at 2 years old. So,
Alright.
and then dad won the family court order, and then now he's sober. I think he's been 22 years sober, no drinking, which is a
pretty
good
good.
thing.
Fucking top effort.
Which is really good, because if he didn't change, then I don't know where I'd be. I'd probably be somewhere bad.
Yep.
And my grandma kind of acts like is pretty much my mum. My mum hasn't really been here for me. She's too worried about guys, if I'm being honest.
Yep.
Is your grandma your mum's mum or your dad's mum?
Dad's mum.
Okay, yeah.
So grandma helped dad get into AA and stuff when he wanted to be helped. He like asked for help, and grandma and stuff were like, "We'll help you if you put the effort in."
Yeah.
So they helped dad sort his stuff out, which is good.
That's good, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's really good.
And funny enough, my dad actually had another kid, and he's 2 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow. Holy moly.
So I've got a little brother that's 2.
Wow. That's potent. That's,
Yeah.
21. You obviously love your little brother. How's that relationship? I have a brother that is much older than me, so I know he's not quite that. 15 years between me and my brother, but we had mostly a great relationship, especially when I was little.
Yeah. Seeing him, it actually makes me want to have a kid,
Yeah.
to be honest,
Yeah.
even though I'm young. Just the love that he gives me and the love that I give him, it just like makes me want to have a kid.
Yep.
I feel like most people, if their parents had another kid with another partner, they'd take it the wrong way. But the way I take it is my dad has had a healthy relationship and has had another kid, so
Yeah.
if he could change his life from that, then there's like I can do it. So even though I haven't done it yet, I just think about it very positively.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you got to. Otherwise, you're only punishing yourself. Otherwise,
Yeah.
and then like you miss out on that relationship. And I mean, it's by the sounds of it, it's be a good thing for your dad if he hasn't had the best relationships previously. Maybe this is just the fresh start of something really healthy, which is good for him.
Yeah. No, that is good. Well, if you could leave our guests with a message that you would like to give them, what would you leave the message? What would the message be? That have gone through the same sort of thing you're going through, that has gone through addiction, that are depressed, everything, all that sort of stuff that you've gone through, and you've found your way where you are now. What message would you give them?
I feel like I'd say there's always light at the end of the tunnel, even though it may not feel like it to some days. And just focus on the small things and try and appreciate all the small things and live life like it's your last day.
Yeah.
I guess even just take my brain injury, for example. That could have been my last day, and
Yep.
if that happened, I kind of accepted it, and I was happy if that didn't happen. So just getting to a point there, I'd say.
Yep.
Yep. I like it, mate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, it's been a pleasure to have you on, Sam, and I'm pretty sure I followed you on your social media, so I look forward to watching your journey, and we'll still share a lot more stuff through the podcast as well.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, don't be a stranger. We'll
Yes.
follow your journey and see where you're at, and we might do this again sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon
We'll do an update.
check-in or an update would be good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was thinking the same thing. Maybe once I'm on a good path, we'll come back and redo it.
100%.
Yeah, bloody oath. All right, mate. Thanks for coming on. And
It's okay. Hope you guys have a good night.
Yeah, no, sorry, mate. We thought we lost you then. But we didn't. Sorry. Yeah, no. Thanks for coming on, mate. And
That's all right.
that's all right.
No, we appreciate it. Thanks for sharing your story.
That's all right.
Yes, bloody
You
oath.
guys.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers,
Thanks
mate.
a lot.
Legend.
See ya.
All right, guys. We'll see you on the next episode.
See you then.
See you guys.
See ya.
Oops.
Bearded Mafia Podcast, yo, this raw. Rob Man